French in the wind.
On the last episode of WildChild, the National Space Agency was very patient with us as we hurried WildChild out of the splash zone for their rocket launch. We got out of the way, but I had a bad feeling that they might be upset about this. We still want to get WildChild around the shallow point around the corner into the safety of the Cape Canaveral harbour. Yeah. So, the exciting news is we're at Cape Canaveral, we're after the rocket launch, and the winds come up from the beam, so we began to realize we can turn off the Iron Jenny. We raised the mainsail again. We were kind of motor sailing with Jenny and motor. We raised the mainsail, now motor's off. We're just sailing as fast as we were motoring. You can see from the chart plotter we got to get around the shoals for the Cape Canaveral port, and they extend about 5 miles, and we're about 8 miles from there, and then we can make our way in 6 miles, and then we'll finally get to see Tom. Yay, Tom! Yay!
Yay! Okay, so I was going to say, how many times we say we're going south? Now we are. We feel it. Hooray. Oh yeah, it's wonderful. No glove, no scarf, nothing, no hoodies over the head. You feel alive.
Morning guys, so WildChild is sailing. It is Sunday, December 23rd. We're off the port of Cape Canaveral. We just texted with our friend Tom, who we're going to meet up with at the port Cape Canaveral Yacht Club. He's invited us over for dinner. As long as we're not fussy, we're sailors, that means we're not fussy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, my executive chef may have higher standards than I do, but
that's nice. Cannot wait to see them.
yeah, we're so happy to see a friendly face again. We're so happy that conditions are calm. And the sailing is good, like about 16 miles to go to get in, and so probably around 1 o'clock we'll get to see our friend. And we've made it. He left 6 weeks after us. He's been here like a month, and we are like a month behind him. But finally we caught up. At every chance he gets, he wants to be up on deck. I think he's on dolphin watch. He's always looking for dolphins. He wants to see the dolphins riding our bow wake.
So I'm at the bow of WildChild, and I just noticed we just passed Cape Canaveral, and we saw a launch. The rocket was launched, and that was interesting. But what I find interesting now, the water is getting warmer. I checked, it's 21 degrees Celsius. That's great. And the color, it's more pure, it's more green. It's beautiful compared to brownish of the east coast of Canada and New York and the US coast, east coast also. It's so beautiful. I'll show you.
WildChild was sailing along happily and peacefully that morning in a very calm ocean when the radio crackled to life. It was a call from Towboat US to some other boat. And after that, WildChild got hailed by name by the Coast Guard. I got a very bad feeling the Coast Guard's coming for us. They called to ask us our position. We might be in trouble for being in the restricted zone. They might be upset with us. I hope we don't get in trouble for that. I'm really nervous. That's a Coast Guard boat coming for us. WildChild does not have an AIS transmitter, so she does not transmit her name or any information about her.
We're about to be boarded.
For the Coast Guard to be able to hail us by name, requesting our exact location, I fear they may have been sent by Homeland Security.
That 2-2.
Oh, we're in trouble. They're coming for us. We're in trouble. Well, at least they do not have the machine gun mounted on the bow.
Solid Coast Guard 2-2 out.
Yeah, go ahead, Coast Guard. This is WildChild. We're in trouble.
Solid Coast Guard, just going to ask a couple questions. We're going to be doing a boarding on you and make sure you're in compliance with all federal laws and regulations. I just want to confirm how many person you have on board.
Yeah, copy that. There's 2 persons on board, me and my husband.
Roger, understood. Are you guys Canadian nationals?
Yeah, copy that. We're Canadians.
Roger, copy. Do you guys have any weapons on board?
No weapons.
Understood. What was your last port of call?
So we sailed out of St. Augustine, Florida yesterday morning, and we've been sailing overnight.
Roger, understood. You guys are headed to Port Canaveral.
Yeah, copy that. We're looking for the nearest safe harbor, which for us is Port Canaveral.
Understood, thanks. What's your final destination?
2 Canadians trying to escape winter, so we're going to eventually go to the Caribbean. We'll stay here for a bit, wait for a weather window, probably one more jump south in Florida, and then across to the Bahamas.
Okay, Roger, understood. Well, we are going to be conducting a boarding. Do you guys have a preferred boarding side?
Throw bumpers. Yeah, the walkway's more clear on the port side, and we'll throw bumpers over.
Roger, understood. Once you guys have bumpers over, we'll come alongside.
They're boarding us. Put fenders on the port side. Yeah, 1 minute. Well, the starboard side's more busy. We're in trouble. We're about to be boarded by the Coast Guard. I think they're upset with us for being in that zone. They're going to do a boarding and safety inspection or whatever. We eventually have to switch their landing to starboard side because of the boom.
Okay.
That's it? Okay. So the Coast Guard has boarded our vessel. We did make a boo-boo going through the safety zone, which we didn't understand, but they explained to us. The good news is we're not in for a big spanking, which I was kind of nervous about because we kind of accidentally were in the safety zone, but they didn't scrub the launch and we're not actually in trouble. They're just doing a standard boarding, and they're the nicest people ever. Just like the border agent we met, he was really nice too. So now we're doing paperwork and vessel registration inspection. America is full of stupid rules. It turns out our Mustang survival life jackets don't meet their special US sticker requirements. We end up using 2 crappy old kayak life jackets to pass their silly inspection. Oh, stick it against your stomach or something. We don't want to blast anybody's ears.
So you guys have like a YouTube channel that you put out while you sail the whole time?
We're kind of showing all our friends back home what we're doing, and we're kind of showing sailors why not to go out to St. Lawrence in the fall. So WildChild just dropped sails in calm conditions and switched to motor. We're 8 knots over 3.5 under engine. I didn't want to cut off this barge here for the channel entrance, so we're going to actually go beside the main channel to keep it open for him. and then make our way into Cape Canaveral, Florida. And our Coast Guard friends or guests are going to leave to head to their vessel shortly. The Coast Guard guys that boarded our vessel were very professional and really cool. We actually didn't mind having them on board.
Yeah, you too. Have a good Christmas. Were you guys staying here for Christmas?
Yeah, we have a Canadian friend in the marina. That's why we came here, so we could be with somebody that we know over Christmas, but no family or anything.
Well, you know someone here they'll probably know where to go.
Yeah, he's been here a couple weeks, I think.
Oh, he sailed as well?
He was smart. He took the canals in the ICW and just motored his sailboat the whole time. We're too big to do the ICW, so we sailed the whole way.
You could.
With an 8-foot keel?
Yeah.
Oh, he got stuck with a 5-foot keel a bunch of times.
You have yachts going in there that draft like 7 to 10 of it, and they take the whole thing. It's just a matter of make sure you're staying in the channel.
Oh, because even coming out of the logs here, it's listed as 7 feet.
No, I mean it might be charted that way. It's not 7
You're
feet.
sure it's more?
Yeah,
okay.
it's way more. We got a rider. See the bird on the bow?
Thank you for not bringing the machine gun. I'm very grateful. Every Canadian's worst nightmare is that machine gun.
Oh yeah, we don't carry it.
I had never been boarded by the Coast Guard before, so I was very nervous about it. It's sort of like getting pulled over by the police when you're driving your car. You just don't know what's going to come of it. Given the surrounding circumstances from this morning leading up to the boarding, I was really nervous. But these guys were awesome. Just the highest standard of professional excellence and excellent conduct. They are the best. Because we're Coast Guard approved, these guys were riding on the bow of the Coast Guard boat, but after the Coast Guard left, these guys jumped ship from the Coast Guard to join us on WildChild. These are our official lookout. So, under sunny blue skies, and it's actually warm, like I'm in like a t-shirt. It was so warm I had to pull off all my foulies. WildChild is motoring her way into Cape Canaveral. The harbor port is over, oh, what is that? Oh, that's birds. The port is over there somewheres, and then we'll make our way in. And we'll see our friend Tom for Christmas. Yay! We miss Tom. We love Tom. He's great.
Yeah, and you said it's getting warm. Woohoo! Shorts!
My monkey Michelle is so excited to wear his sandals and shorts again. Even in the middle of the night last night, he's stripping down to shorts and freezing just for the principle of I got to wear shorts.
There you go.
And WildChild's making her way under motor into the Cape Canaveral harbor. And look, other sailboats. Always a nice sight to see other sailors. I've done skydiving, but I think this is crazy. Getting pulled behind a motorboat and a parachute, that's nuts. So WildChild's motoring her way up into the Cape Canaveral harbor. And then off to the starboard side is the naval base. And when you look, the whole thing's sectioned off. Then it's like garages or something. Into Cape Canaveral, there is cruise ships kind of parked everywhere. WildChild slowly made her way to the end of the harbor, where we found the Cape Canaveral Yacht Club, and with the guidance of our friend Sailor Tom,
let's see your cowboy
we got
skills.
WildChild secured into a slip.
This'll never happen. Never happen.
Michelle wouldn't listen when I told him to loop a rope around the piling as we slid slowly past.
So
instead he said, no, trust me, I'll just throw a rope, it'll be
we can't
easy.
reach it with a boat hook yet. Yeah, so tell me when we're ready to do it my way.
It was an embarrassing 20-minute fiasco to get WildChild secured, but eventually, with the help of the other sailors around, we got her secured.
So WildChild is safely tied up in Cape Canaveral. It's a weird system here without docks. You just sort of float between 4 posts.
We didn't know it at the time, but Cape Canaveral
WildChild
Yacht
looks
Club
like the
became
baby
our
here.
very welcoming home for the next month.
Compared to a lot of the other boats are much bigger.
And of course, we had to go have dinner with our friend Sailor Tom.
Here we go.
Hi. Lovely
hi.
dinner.
So we just finished dinner with our friend Sailor Tom on his boat, who welcomed us into Cape Canaveral, and he cooked us a fabulous meal of beef stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff over middle.
Delicious. Yes. We have a heating system.
And he's got a heating system on his boat. We love you, Tom. You're one cool dude. Cheers, friend.